Okay, welcome back to our small but perfectly formed audience. So our next topic is data, and all of our businesses, large and small, generate tons of data on a daily basis. The trouble is most of us are really busy being busy, and we don't really do a lot with it in most cases, but it can be a really, really powerful tool. And so our next speaker is going to delve into this. So George Makrydakis from CentralNest is going to have a look at some really simple ways that you can target data and figure out how to implement that to improve your business. So please give him a warm welcome.
Okay. Hello. So your gut instinct builds your business. It's how you've handled tough jobs, tricky customers, and tight margins. But instinct has its limits. It remembers stories, not patterns. And in today's market, seeing the pattern is how you win. I'm George, and I'm here today to talk about data. Not as a replacement for your gut, but as a co-pilot for it. So how do we sharpen that instinct? The challenge in removals has never been a lack of information. It's been a lack of clarity. Every quote you send is a bet. Every review is a verdict. Every job is a performance report. It's all data, but it's been noise. What if we could turn that noise into a clear signal? What if you could finally see the pattern behind to the daily hack chaos? Is it? Yeah. So you're creating a stream of intelligence every single day. Every job you complete is a performance reading. Every review you get is a navigation signal. Every code you send is a course heading. Your gut is the captain, but these numbers are your instruments. They've been there all along. Now let's learn how to read them. It's not. Okay. So you're. Sorry about that. Something is missing. Sorry. It is here. So you're creating. Okay. Let's talk about profitability. I was with a mover, let's call him David. He believed his most profitable jobs were the large 4-bedroom house moves across the country. They brought in the highest revenue, so they had to be the best for the bottom line. It was his gut feeling and it makes sense, but he was struggling with cash flow. So we tracked not just revenue, but the true profit margin on his last 50 jobs. We logged crew hours, fuel, materials, but also the hidden costs, sales time, admin follow-up, and the cost of handling claims. The data revealed a shocking insight. His big, high-revenue jobs had very thin margins. They were complex, prone to overtime, and generated more customer issues. His most profitable work? Midweek local office moves. They were standardized, predictable, and had a 40% higher profit margin. His gut was chasing revenue. The data pointed to profit. He didn't stop doing big moves. He made a confident, data-informed decision. He adjusted his price on long-distance job to reflect the true cost and focused his marketing efforts on winning more local commercial clients. His overall profit margin increased by 12% in the next few months. Every owner thinks they know their best crew. I was with the director, John, who would have bet his business on Steve's crew. They were experienced, reliable, and never had a customer complain. His gut told him they were his A team, but the company's profits on similarly sized jobs were inconsistent. So we started tracking more than just complaints. We measured three simple metrics per crew: job completion time versus estimate, on-time arrival percentage, and upsell revenue from selling extra boxes or insurance. The data showed different. Steve's crew was reliable, but they were also the slowest, consistently going 15% over the estimated time, eating into the job's profit. His most profitable crew was actually a new team member, Maria. They were 20% faster than average and sold 15% more in add-on services. They had a few minor, easily resolved customer issues. Their jobs consistently brought in the most profit. John's gut valued no complaints. The data identified his most efficient team. His decision was immediate. He sat down with both crews. He asked Maria's team to share their techniques for speed and upselling, turning the process into a new company-wide trading standard. Steve became his go-to for high-profile VIP clients, where a smooth experience was worth the extra time. He was now deploying his team based on data, not just reputation. Finally, let's talk about winning new businesses. The quote: I was working with a mover, let's call her Sarah. She prided herself on detailed, personal, professional quotes. Her gut told her quality would always beat speed, but she was losing jobs to cheaper, faster competitors, and it was frustrating. So she did a simple analysis. She pulled the email timestamps for her last 20 wins and her last 20 losses. The pattern was undeniable. Job 1, average response time was 58 minutes. Jobs lost, average response time was over 6 hours. Her gut was focused on the quality of the answers. The data showed the customer cared more about the speed of the answer. She set a new company rule. Every lead gets a personal reply within 30 minutes, even if it's just a holding email saying, "We're on it. A detailed quote is coming." The result was immediate. Her quote to job conversion rate jumped over by 50%. She didn't lower her price. She didn't change her service. She just won the race to the customer's inbox. The data didn't tell her how to quote. It told her when to quote for maximum impact. As you can see, your experience is your greatest asset. Data doesn't replace it. It makes it unstoppable. It's what gives you the confidence to navigate the road ahead and turn your own experience into predictable growth. So, my challenge is simple. Ask one better question. For the next month, find the answer to just one of these. Which jobs are truly the most profitable? Which crew is my most efficient? How much a 30-minute response time really worth? Answering one of these questions will put you ahead of the competition. But let's be honest, doing all of this analysis in spreadsheets feels overwhelming. It's another job you don't have time to do. So where do you start? You start at the beginning. The single point where every customer relationship and every pound of revenue is born. The quote. It's the most critical place to win. And that's why we built CentralNest. It starts as a coding co-pilot, helping you respond faster and win more jobs from day one. And as you use it, our dashboards begin to automatically surface the other insights we've talked about today, turning the data you already have into the profit you should be making. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. That was really good. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to come over and have a look in a bit.
Of course.
So one of the things you said that really resonated for me was that speed of response. So I've worked with quite a few moving companies over the last few years, and I've spoken to people who realized that they were getting a lot of quote requests on a Friday night or first thing on a Saturday morning. So they didn't open at the weekends, but then they started bringing in a sales rep on a Saturday morning and just immediately responding to all of those Friday night, Saturday morning quotes. And they were winning them because their competitors were closed. So they were immediately sending that quote back, and it paid massive dividends for them. And I was listening to Laura Moxham yesterday from YBA PPC, and she was talking about their analysis of the response times. And she said, if you respond to a quote request in the first minute, even if it's just, again, picking up the phone, holding email, holding message, you're over 300 times more likely to win that piece of work. So there's definitely a really strong argument for that super fast response. Did any of you guys have any questions for George? In that case, I think we'll leave it there. And
Great.
guys can come over and find you and have a look at the CentralNest system on the other side of the hall, yeah?
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time, George.